I'm not gonna lie, this was my reaction after seeing the live tweet of Diablo 4 release date. Like, what? It's so insane. And it appears that IGN already played the game like 2 months ago, and they already have like first hands-on review on the game. Okay, let's watch it. Since I can't play it, I need to watch it. Okay, 8 minutes long.
It's rare for a game to come along that I can't stop thinking about even when I'm not playing it. There are plenty of great games out there, don't get me wrong, but a precious few keep running in my head even after I've walked away from my PC. As you've probably guessed by now, I can't stop thinking about Diablo 4. Even in its current unfinished state, Blizzard wouldn't let us capture our own gameplay footage, likely due to the placeholder audio in my build and other normal in-development stuff that doesn't make for a pretty video, so you're looking at B-roll they put together for us here. Diablo 4 is absolutely crammed with story, content, beauty, character customization, and so much more. I played roughly 12 hours of Act 1, bringing my barbarian from a barely clothed level 1 bodybuilder to a decked out, blunt force, trauma-inducing level 25 powerhouse by the time I reach the end of this build's content.
Okay, level 1.
One of the first things that struck me in the first couple hours of Diablo 4 was just how much story there is. Relative to
they had more than like 10 years to make a story, as Diablo 3 was
previous games in the series, you'll spend a lot of time watching cutscenes of both the cinematic and in-game variety. The former are, per Blizzard tradition, always gorgeous, and the latter are impressively varied in both camera angle and length. If I'm being honest, I think the frequency of the cutscenes in the early game, combined with the unavoidably lousy feeling of being at the lowest point on the power curve when you're just starting out, makes Diablo 4 feel a bit slow for the first hour or two.
Oh, I personally love the thing that the game is not giving you like multiple buffs, multiple things to just power level through. I like the way that they done it on Diablo 2, Diablo 1, and you're just there in the realm and you need to fight your way through so you can go higher. And of course the start is slow. That's the thing, so you could feel the vibe. I love it. That's not a con, that's a pro for me.
This isn't really a complaint though, as I applaud Blizzard's effort to layer more story into Sanctuary. Making it feel more alive and filled with more history is a good thing. Besides, you'll still spend an overwhelming amount of your time slaying monsters in combat. As you've heard by now, Diablo 4 is more open world than ever, and Blizzard's implementation works well. Sure, you can wander anywhere you want, but regions outside of where you're supposed to be in Act 1 are at a significantly higher level, enough to crush you like a bug for roaming into lands you're not yet welcome in.
Okay.
For context, the regions you visit in Act 1 look to be a noticeably small portion of the total landmass of Sanctuary. But you are heartily encouraged to explore the areas you do belong in, as you'll earn renown for discovering new areas, picking up and completing side quests, and more. The more renown you tally, the better the tangible rewards get, notably in the form of skill points. Furthermore, as you level
I don't know, so far I hear like wow, 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 but I understand nothing. Well, you level up, you get skill points. So far I saw like you have a horse next to a button Z, you have 4 skilled abilities, left click, right click, and you have space to dodge attacks and Q to health potions attack. But come on, 3 minutes.
up,
level
you'll be able
1.
to do things like visit the Alchemist to improve your health potion's healing ability.
Give me more detail.
Exploring both towns and the open fields of combat alike will yield frequent blue exclamation marks on your map, designating another side quest. The layers here run both wide and deep, again making Diablo 4 feel like an extremely content-rich experience.
Graphics, dope, really.
Speaking of insane layers of content, the skill tree is bonkers in this game in the best of ways.
Sure.
It snakes along, sprouting hub and spoke clusters, with each hub along the way offering between 4 to 8 choices, some of which are either-or picks. I'm sad I don't have footage of my own barbarian build to share, but as is my preference in Diablo games, my goal is to be able to deliver the maximum amount of pure pain at any given moment.
Whoa, she looks so ripped.
My goal is to be able to deliver the maximum amount of pure...
Damn. I was exercising. I never was that ripped. I never. God damn. She would instantly, like, open your jar.
Pain at any given moment. I dumped several points into Bash, my concussion-inducing, fury-generating secondary attack, while going with the bleed-inducing Flay as my primary attack, and adding Whirlwind,
Looks so smooth. Love it.
Leap, and Death Blow as my 3 special abilities, and then Wrath of the Berserker as my ultimate, which I unlocked near the end of my time with this preview version.
Although skill icons at the bottom, I don't know.
Meanwhile, you can respec anytime you want for a reasonable fee of in-game gold. I only ended up undoing 1 point, near level 25, in order to pick a different branch of the skill tree to spend my action point on. Sadly, I have no footage of any of this to show you, but alas. The heart of any Diablo game, though, is of course the way you utilize your skill point choices.
Of course.
My general strategy, depending on what I was fighting, was to go after the most annoying and/or dangerous bad guy in the mob first, blunting him with my bash attack until he got stunned, allowing me to switch to my primary attack and slash his life bar down to 0. Anyone causing me problems from range had their personal space rudely invaded by my leap attack, which I also put several skill points into because of its usefulness. Oh, and the sadistic joy it brought me to watch my foes get crushed underneath my feet as the ground all around me caved in upon landing.
Oh, nice. Cool.
On this note, I should compliment how beautiful Diablo 4 looks. It's got delectable lighting and delightfully violent effects. And using all of your attacks within one battle, as you'll need to do quite frequently before too long, makes Diablo 4 look like a demon-slaying orchestral performance that you get to conduct. As I carved up Hell's minions, well, except for the times where they carved me up, my time traversing Sanctuary never got old. Not just because of the surplus of side quests that frequently popped up, heck, even some of the random dungeons with no side quests attached to them were so big that they took me roughly half an hour to clean out.
Ooh, solo half an hour to clean out. Sick. I love it. The heart. Oh.
But also the seemingly random in-game events, both public and private. I rarely saw any other players due to the relatively small group of people playing this preview build, but you will, and that means you're likely to have an easier go of those public events than I did.
Okay.
I held my own in most cases, though I do confess to getting beat down mercilessly by the Stronghold event.
Blessed are you who will die in the Mother's name.
In the Mother's name.
It's a multi-step torture chamber that ended in me getting smote by the final boss of that encounter. I'd meant to come back later after leveling up.
One of the greatest feelings in the games... What's happening? One of the greatest feelings in the games is that when you go to the zone, you don't know the mechanics, you have no idea what's gonna happen. You try your best, you do your best, and you die. And the thing is, you understand the reason why you died, and you return to it, you kill it, or you fight to the moment when you learn another mechanic. And on the 3rd time or on the 4th, you can successfully kill the boss. I'm not exaggerating, or I'm not comparing the game to like Elder Scrolls, where you need to know all of the mechanics for you to at least attempt to kill the boss. No. It's on more of a kindergarten hardness level for my expertise, that I could enjoy the game and then immerse it in it fully.
A bit more, but sadly I ran out of time. Ultimately, Diablo 4 feels like a massively plussed up version of Diablo 2, which is the best case scenario for it in my book. Not that it ignores Diablo 3, there are clear notes taken from the best of that game too, but tonally and artistically, it leans more heavily into the Diablo 2 playbook. Regardless, this is going to be a huge game by any definition. The initial campaign projects out to about 50 hours based on my time with Act 1, plus the endgame stuff that Blizzard is specifically focused on that we haven't even seen yet, the opportunities to play as different classes and roll different builds within the same class, and the development team's promise.
Hopefully different classes within the same character. But nah, it's not gonna happen. It would be too good.
To keep feeding the community new content for years to come. Heaven help any game that ships anywhere near Diablo 4, because I know I'll be too absorbed in my adventures in Sanctuary to care about anything else. For more on Diablo 4, don't miss the original announcement trailer from BlizzCon 2019, and for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
I think they're just like massaging the news, and from this trailer, like 8 minutes long, I learned more about myself than I learned about the game. And the person's experience is great, but so far I can tell straight away what I know, and the game's gonna be heavily balanced. There's gonna be a lot of stuff copied from Diablo 2, Diablo 3, and Path of Exile, which is the successor of Diablo 2, the child that was not supposed to run away, but it did. They did separate studio. No one's run away. I'm just doing my things. But the thing is, there's gonna be a lot of amazing graphics. There's gonna be a lot of customizations. But remember, this is Blizzard. Once you get the game, you will be in the grind fest. You will have a lot of grind days ahead of you, and you will not see more of the content after you purchase the game for half a year minimum. And I'm not sure about the payment things. I'm not sure about the monetization surrounding this game. Is there gonna be like auction house that you can pre-purchase, like battle passes within the game? You can't really know. No one knows. And they're not revealing this thing. The thing that kind of compliments me in a way is the recent news that Diablo 2, Blizzard has a contract that was broken by China that kind of focuses Blizzard corporation more of on European and more of American basis, rather than being very Asian focused, very mobile, microtransaction focused, but more of back into the old good days, where World of Warcraft, Diablo 2 was the main focus of the game, that could make you feel amazing things, be challenging, entertaining, and would not require you too much of thought going from A to B. And if you want to invest your time learning the game, you can, but you are not forced to. Like Diablo 2, for example. You can finish all of the game without learning a thing. Party member is gonna help you out. But if you want to solo things, if you want to be pro, you need to learn the game. And game allows you to do that by creating new characters and releveling, and just more you replay, more you learn. And I believe this is gonna happen with Diablo 4. I really can't wait to see more of it, what it has to offer. I'm personally very hyped about it. And I don't know, I'm not too sure how much I can add. If you want to see Diablo 4 content, revealing what kind of stuff happens, please sure to like, share, and subscribe this video. I will be doing that. Either you do that or not. See ya, guys. Let's go.